It was a crime that shook the Territory.
A bottle shop worker has been killed in a brazen stabbing in Darwin's northern suburbs.
Declan Laverty, 19 years old, stabbed to death by someone out on bail.
Kisses, Declan.
Grief and outrage reverberating through the community.
Enough is enough! The law needs to be changed for our children!
Declan Laverty's mother, Samara, becoming the voice for change, the then opposition party latching on, passing Declan's law in government.
I put this together.
Away from the spotlight and back in her home in Cairns, Samara is adjusting to life without Declan.
It's real, it's a real person, it's a real family that this has happened to.
For her, the fight for Declan's law isn't just about her son.
It's been based around how can we stop this from happening to anyone else.
It's a tall order that some in the justice space say Declan's law won't achieve.
Locking people up in prisons that are already packed to the rafters won't keep the community safe.
Declan's law will mean more offenders face a presumption against bail when they come before the court, but that doesn't remove a judge's ability to grant bail where they see fit. In fact, that's exactly what happened to the man who murdered Declan Laverty. Due to his offending history, he was already facing a presumption against bail under the previous laws, and yet he was released.
What will happen is you'll see more women and children, for example, being refused bail and lingering in prisons.
Professor Ali Loughnan has researched naming laws after homicide victims and says they don't always achieve their intended purpose.
It can also embed in the criminal justice system further punitiveness or perhaps responses that might not have the kind of efficacy that the victims' families are looking for.
There's also a risk the laws can oversimplify crime.
When we have a big, if you like, bird's eye view of criminal justice, we can see that actually the problems are incredibly complex, and sometimes the crime is the tip of a very large iceberg.
In the Northern Territory, where disadvantage has been building for decades, crime is front of mind for Larrakia man Jana Mills.
We need to break the cycle of incarceration, and we need to deal with the fallout, the PTSD from intergenerational trauma that all us families have experienced.
He says punishing poverty isn't the answer and wants the solution to go deeper.
Some people see prison as a step up in life, as an improvement to their lives.
It's a complex issue with no easy fix, as Samara Laverty salvages the pieces to rebuild.
Whilst this has been a true living hell, I just don't want anyone else to have to go through it.
Hopes for change with no clear winners. Olivana Lathouris, ABC News, Darwin.